Good evening. It's now 6:34 p.m. on Monday, April 27th, and I would call this Winton City School Board meeting to order. Good evening. Mr. Seymour, can you please, actually, you know what? 1.02 is the Pledge of Allegiance first. I apologize. If you guys could please join and stand and join us in the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America. Okay, on to agenda item 1.03, roll call. Mr. Seymour, would you
Ms.
please call
Miller?
for the roll?
Ms. Miller? Mr. Smith? Here. Mr. Spielman?
Present.
Ms. Bryant? Ms. Knighton?
Present, thank you. On to 1.04, on the agenda is a item called Connection. If anybody was here with us last month, we started kind of a new tradition, if you will. And this was something that we kind of collectively came up with from the board that stemmed from some conversations that we've been having in the community. Our community conversations have centered around belonging. And so just as a community, we are working with a facilitator who is really helping us trying to figure out how do we do some things in the community to really feel connected to one another. And so a lot of the themes that have been coming across is really a sense of belonging. And so one of the things that came out of that was just a little charge to connect with the people around us. And so one of the things that we would like to implement in our board meetings to make sure that we're doing everything that we can is we'd like to take just a few minutes to give you all the opportunity to meet somebody that you have not met before. And so we're gonna take just a few minutes, and what I would like you to do is actually get up and introduce yourself to someone you have never met before in this room. And I mean never met before. So don't get out of your comfort zone. Don't feel too comfortable. Don't go over to somebody that you've met once or twice, but go to somebody that you've never met before and introduce yourself briefly and just tell them why it was important for you to show up tonight. And specifically tonight, to this meeting, to this school board meeting. Do you have a child? Do you have an investment? Kind of what is your why for tonight? And that's us included. We'll come out and join you all. So if we could please just take a couple minutes to do that, I would love for everybody to get up, go introduce yourself, and share why it was important for you to show up tonight. Thank you all so much for just engaging and you know, joining with us to do that activity. We hope that you leave here this evening with just at least one more connection that you didn't have when you walked in the door. And so our goal is that everyone feels a sense of belonging and connectedness here in our community. And that is our goal for the beginning of all of our board meetings, is to be able to have an activity like that. And like I said, that you leave here connected at least with one more person than you walked in the room with. So thank you for participating. With that, we will move on to, I know, the board's favorite part of the evening, which is agenda item 2.01, and that's district honors, recognitions, gifts, and introductions. And with that, I will pass it over to Superintendent Denny. You have the floor.
Thank you, President Knighton, and good evening, Board. Good evening, everyone. It's so great to see such a wonderful turnout this evening, and we are looking forward to honoring and celebrating with you some of the great things that are happening here in our community and that are being accomplished by our students. So without too much further ado, we'll get right into it. Just a brief point of order here or some housekeeping. As we go through the district honors, recognitions, gifts, and introductions, as each award recipient is called, we ask that both the person being honored and any family members who are in attendance with the person, please come to the front of the room so you can be recognized and greeted by one of our board members. Following each recognition, please then make your way over to the side of the room, over there on that side where the roll-up door is, the kitchen side, so that we can take a group photograph as well. So come to the front, and then once that board member has greeted you, you can transition over there for a photo op. All right, so those are the basic overview and instructions. We will now get into a couple March recognitions. Yes, it's the month of April, but there were two people that we weren't able to catch up with in March that we really wanted to be sure to pause and recognize and honor and celebrate with them. So we will get right to that. The Skyline Student Athlete of the Month Award is the catch-up item we're working on for March. Just a little bit about the Skyline Student Athlete of the Month Award. In order to be nominated for the Skyline Student Athlete of the Month, students must maintain an academic standard of a 3.0 GPA or higher. They must show respect for coaches, teammates, officials, teachers, students, and family, show enthusiasm and a positive attitude, display commitment to practice, games, and personal skill development, demonstrate honesty and playing by the rules, and have high moral character. The Skyline Student Athlete of the Month Award is sponsored by the Forest Park Skyline Chili Restaurant, a business partner of Winton City Schools, and student athletes who are so honored would receive, as you might imagine, a Skyline Chili gift certificate. So catching up with the Student Athlete of the Month from March, please help me give a warm welcome for Nate Dawson. All right, the next award this evening, also from March. Wanted to be sure we caught up with this young person. This is a 6th grade student being recognized by the Greater Cincinnati Alliance of Black School Educators, or GCABSE. This recognition is the Raphael Warnock Award. We wanted to be sure to honor and celebrate our 6th grade student right here from Winton Woods Intermediate School, Harrison Seifel. Congratulations, Harrison. All right, moving along in the program to the April Awards. The first award category that we're happy to celebrate this evening is the Winton Woods Intermediate School Art Gallery. This took place on April 9th, and art teacher, Ms., I lost the name, sorry. It's run off the page. Art teacher at the intermediate school, not sure if she's present this evening. Moving ahead, we have 3 commendations to award this evening from the Winton Woods Intermediate School Art Gallery. The art is on exhibit over here. If you had a chance to hopefully see that when you came in, some absolutely beautiful artwork. With the bronze recognition, please help me give a warm congratulations to Jordan Turner. Miss Jordan is showing the artwork so you all can get a look at that. It's spectacular. And congratulations, Jordan. With the silver commendation, please help me congratulate Kobe Million. Thank you, Ms. Jordan. And finally, for the Intermediate School Art Gallery, the gold level commendation, Farmata Saul. Congratulations. You can see the flower she painted. Extremely talented. Beautiful artwork.
Thank you.
All right, next on the list is the Winton Woods Elementary School Art Gallery. And we have 3 commendations for this evening, beginning with the bronze level commendation. Please help me congratulate Alexander Bowles. Yeah, beautiful artwork. Thank you, Ms. Jordan. For the silver level commendation for the elementary school, please help me recognize Valentina Ruiz. Yeah, just beautiful use of color. Congrats, Valentina. And finally, for Winton Woods Elementary School, the Art Gallery Gold Level Commendation, please give a warm welcome to John Smith. Yeah, come on up, John. Yeah, go ahead, yeah. Thank you, sir. Beautiful artwork. Very well done. The next award on the list this evening and honor is the Winton Woods Primary School Art Gallery. We have 3 commendations to award, and we're very excited to invite to the front for the bronze level commendation, Alan Diaz Escalante. Beautiful artwork. Nice job, Alan.
Beautiful, beautiful.
For the Silver Art Gallery commendation, please help me welcome and congratulate Nanlika Mungar. Thank you, Ms. Jordan. Beautiful. And finally, for the gold level commendation for Winton Woods Primary School Art Gallery, congratulations to Melanie Gonzalez Guzman. Absolutely, echo that. Continuing with the honors recognitions and awards this evening, we have the Taft Museum of Art Artist Reaching Classrooms, that's ARC or ARC, the Artist Reaching Classrooms ARC program. This is students who are from Winton Woods High School. And we are joined this evening by Ms. Carol Becky Young's art teacher. And the Board of Education would like to congratulate the following students whose collaborative artwork was chosen to be displayed at the Taft Museum of Art in the ARC Creative Unity exhibition back on February 15th. So this art was on display there at the Taft Museum of Art for a period of time. There are quite a few students, so we'd like to call them all up, including their families. If you would, folks, please hold your applause until the end. There are about a dozen students, so we want to invite you all up, in which case we will acknowledge you with certificates, and then we'll have a big round of applause for the talent on display. Mr. Ryle, here, he has it on screen, so you all can see the beautiful artwork that was completed by this team of students. Nia Battle, Corabelle Blevins, Brianna Bowles, Tariq Coleman, Kayla Crenshaw, Damian Culver, Kaylin Fuller, Aiden Hillard, Brooklyn Ice, Elijah Jackson, Nevaeh Jordan, Ariana McPherson, and Anthony Tovar, as well as any family members accompanying you or guests this evening. Please come forward. All right, congratulations to that team of students and job well done. Just beautiful artwork. Thank you for representing us in the highest of fashions. Next this evening, we head into the typical slate of awards that we honor students with each month. We'll begin with the Horace Mann Fine Arts Student of the Month Award. Just a bit about this award and how you can be nominated and qualify. To be nominated for the Horace Mann Fine Arts Student of the Month Award, students must maintain an academic standard of a 3.0 GPA or higher in the previous quarter, show respect for directors, fellow ensemble members, contest adjudicators, teachers, other students, and family, show enthusiasm and a positive attitude, display commitment to rehearsals, concerts, and personal skill development, demonstrate honesty and integrity, and finally, show high moral character. The Horace Mann Fine Arts Student of the Month Award is sponsored by the Horace Mann Educators Corporation, a business partner of Winton Woods City Schools, and students who are honored receive an Amazon gift card. Congratulations to 8th grade student specializing in band and choir, the April 2026 Horace Mann Fine Arts Student of the Month Award winner with a 3.0 GPA, Dante Jackson. Okay, Dante wasn't able to join us this evening. Congrats to him nonetheless. The next award is for the Kiwanis Character is Key Resourcefulness Award. I'd like to invite Mr. Dave Bell to come forward to help present these awards. This award is for a student from Winton Woods Early Childhood Campus, but just a little bit about this award. Students are selected for the Kiwanis Character is Key Resourcefulness Award based on the following description. Resourcefulness means pursuing and thinking beyond barriers, recognizing new possibilities, seeking challenging, innovative, creative approaches, searching for new solutions, and a way to increase performance. The Kiwanis Character is Key Resourcefulness Award is sponsored by the Green Hills Forest Park Kiwanis Club, a partner of Winton Woods City Schools. These students so honored will receive a La Rosa's gift card as a part of this award. Congratulations to kindergarten student from Winton Woods Early Childhood Central Campus, Zephaniah Josell. Yay!
Assistant.
All right. And Mr. Ryle, if we could take the photo here? Yep. Okay, perfect. Thank you.
Musical interlude.
I'd like to read a little bit about, yes. Just a little bit about Zephaniah, and this is from your principal, ZJ, Mr. Hargrove. He writes, "This kindergarten student consistently demonstrates strong resourcefulness in the classroom. He eagerly helps his teacher and often shares valuable information with his peers, enriching their learning. When faced with difficult situations, he thinks through them and finds appropriate solutions. Even when he becomes upset, he is able to self-regulate and uses strategies that help him understand what he needs at the moment. He listens attentively to his teachers and applies their guidance to his work and daily interactions, showing maturity far beyond his years. Thank you for making our community a better place to learn, work, and grow." Congrats, CJ. Yes, amen. The next award this evening is the Kiwanis Student of the Month Award. This award is sponsored by the Green Hills Forest Park Kiwanis Club, a partner of Winton City Schools, and the student so honored will receive a La Rosa's gift card as a part of the award. This award goes to sophomore student at Winton Woods High School, nominated by Mr. Brad Tash, her counselor. Please help me congratulate the April 2026 Kiwanis Student of the Month Award, Key Johnson. Key Johnson. I almost tanked that, Key, sorry. Congrats, by the way. Just a bit about Key while they're taking the photo. Key has earned perfect grades throughout high school. This has led to her being accepted into Miami's Early College Academy, where she will spend her junior year and senior year as a full-time college student, as a full-time student on campus, mind you, and graduate from Winton Woods High School with not only her high school diploma, but also an associate's degree. And that's courtesy of the district and the state of Ohio, so that's another bonus. Key warms us with her positive attitude and willingness to help others. She can always be counted on for a big smile and a hug. She brings this positivity to a number of school activities, including volleyball, art club, yearbook, reading club, as well as being a photographer for school events. Key is a great contributor to the positive culture at Winton Woods High School. We are so lucky to call her a warrior. Congrats, Key. The next award this evening is the Skyline Student Athlete of the Month Award. Just a bit about this. To be nominated for the Skyline Student Athlete of the Month, a student must maintain an academic standard of 3.0 GPA or higher, show respect for coaches, teammates, officials, teachers, other students, and family, show enthusiasm and a positive attitude, display commitment to practice games and personal skill development, demonstrate honesty and playing by the rules, and have high moral character. The Skyline Student Athlete of the Month Award is sponsored by the Forest Park Skyline Chili Restaurant, a business partner of Winton Woods City Schools, and student athletes who are so honored receive a Skyline Chili gift certificate. Please help me give a warm welcome to 11th grade cheerleader and flag football athlete with a 3.571 GPA, Student Athlete of the Month for April 2026, Kamaya Sanders. And I'd read just a little bit about her accomplishment and why she was nominated. This is written by Miss Donna Bolden, secretary at Winton Woods High School and her flag football coach. Kamaya Sanders is an excellent example of a student athlete. As an exceptional flag football player, Junior Sanders maintains her 3.571 GPA while attending daily 2-hour practices and an average of 4 games per week. She is a positive leader and an essential asset on her varsity team and has definitely earned the title Student Athlete of the Month. Congratulations, Kamaya. And the final award this evening, Skyline Teacher of the Month Award. Just a bit about this award. To be nominated for the Skyline Teacher of the Award, teachers must demonstrate the following: excellence in the classroom by using instructional practices that support higher academic achievement. Motivation by encouraging and motivating students to surpass their expectations, both academically as well as socially. Leadership by having positive attitude with students, parents, community, and colleagues. Creativity and imagination by demonstrating such in the classroom in a way that inspires students to learn. Dedication by showing excellent attendance, punctuality, and overall dependability. And finally, communication by communicating effectively to their classrooms, parents, colleagues, and beyond. The Skyline Teacher of the Month Award is sponsored by the Forest Park Skyline Chili Restaurant, a business partner of Wentwood City Schools. Please help me acknowledge and recognize April 2026 Skyline Teacher of the Month from Winton Woods Elementary School, Ms. Alice Sneed. And Ms. Sneed, I'd love to read a little bit about you. And this is from Ms. Ranford, your assistant principal at the elementary school. Ms. Sneed found her calling in education, her second career, 25 years ago. She sees every child, believes in them deeply, and refuses to let them settle for anything less than their very best. Through her passion and unwavering dedication, she has lifted countless students to heights they never imagined for themselves. And because of her, they carry that belief with them for the rest of their lives. Her life experience and strong sense of purpose have allowed her to bring project-based learning to life in her math classroom, making it both meaningful and engaging for students. As she retires this year, her legacy will live on in every life she has changed and every heart she has touched. We're excited to recognize Ms. Alice Sneed as the Skyline Teacher of the Month. Congratulations, Ms. Sneed. We now turn to a special recognition this evening. This is a very special recognition of the Ohio Valley Goodwill Industries. We're honored and privileged this evening to recognize the special contributions of Mr. Michael Bradshaw, Director of Workforce Development, Dr. Angela Rivers Harper, Manager of Workforce Development, and the Board of Education would like to thank Mr. Bradshaw and Dr. Rivers Harper for all of their efforts in piloting a workforce readiness program in cooperation with Dr. Jones Parks, the district's Career Technical Education Coordinator, and Mix Charlie Owens, Director of Project Success. We would like to call all of those individuals to the front to be recognized. And again, we thank you so much for your unique contribution to our young people, our schools, and our community. Thank you so much, and congratulations. We have another unique opportunity this evening to acknowledge someone who has made significant contributions to our school community. We'd like to recognize Southwestern Ohio Education Association, or SWOEA, SWOEA, Friends of Education Award. I'd like to read a little bit about this, and then we'll call this person forward, as well as the person that nominated this individual. We'd like to recognize, the board wishes to recognize Mr. Clyde Plank, and the board would applaud Mr. Plank, a community member who tutors 3rd and 4th grade students in math and reading at the Winton Woods South Campus. Mr. Plank was selected for this award by the Southwestern Ohio Education Association, or SWOEA, and the Friends of Education Award specifically. Winton Woods Elementary School teacher, Miss Alice Sneed, nominated him for the award. I promise we didn't plan this. It truly just worked out this way, which is really special. But Ms. Sneed nominated Mr. Plank for the award, and Mr. Plank was recently honored, and you can see in the photo there on screen, at the SWOEA Representative Assembly on April 25th at the Westchester Marriott. Mr. Plank, if you and your nominee, or the person nominating you, and anyone else you brought with you this evening, would please kindly come forward. We'd love to acknowledge you and thank you for this contribution. Absolutely, yes. Yeah, please.
Did you want to say something? first?
I'd like to read to you what I submitted for Mr. Plank. I am honored to nominate Clyde Plank for the Friends of Education Award in recognition of his outstanding dedication, service, and unwavering commitment to enriching the educational experience of students and staff at Winton Woods Elementary School. Clyde is an inspiring example of lifelong learning, dedication, and service. He earned his teaching degree at the age of 64, fulfilling a dream many might consider out of reach. After graduating, he went on to teach middle school students until the age of 78, bringing warmth, patience, and passions to every classroom he entered. He is now 82 years old and continues to tutor students from 2nd through 5th grade in math since 2022. Over the past 3 summers, he has volunteered to tutor Winton Woods High School students for the ACT and SAT, offering his service for free. Clyde consistently exceeds expectations in supporting schools, investing his time, energy, and expertise to make a significant impact. Clyde is known for stepping forward whenever help is needed, whether assisting with school events, supporting classroom initiatives, mentoring students, or collaborating with educators to ensure every project runs smoothly. His reliability and kindness have made him a trusted partner to teachers and an inspiring role model for students. What sets Clyde apart is not only the hours he gives, but the spirit with which he gives them. He approaches every task, big or small, with positivity, humility, and a genuine belief in the value of public education. His contributions strengthens our school community and amplify what it means to be a true friend of education. For these reasons, I enthusiastically recommended Clyde Plank for this honor. His service reflects the very best of our community, and this recognition would be a fitting acknowledgement of the impact he continues to make.
I got awards at 2 places, so that means I get to make 2 speeches. The credit does not belong to me, but to God. I'm a sinner. But it's by the grace, by the mercy and kindness of God to me and through me that the students are served. I give credit to my brother-in-law and sister for receiving me into their home, hospitable, congenial, and healthful, where I have recovered my health and I'm able to continue working as a tutor. I want to recognize Chris Gruber. He volunteered to help me, and he joins me in tutoring the students, often working with an individual while I work with the other, so that each receives constant individual attention. Thanks to Mrs. Sneed for nominating me and for conspiring with my sister to get me to this event. I gave her a hard time about it, but I was only teasing because I knew I had to give in. I said it wasn't a big deal. But as I thought about it, it is a big deal that the Almighty God condescends to use imperfect people to show his kindness. This is a big deal. He deserves the credit.
Congratulations again, Mr. Plank, and Ms. Sneed, thank you for the nomination as well. At this time, we turn to the next award this evening. We would like to pause and acknowledge and celebrate. This is a big deal. This is the Momentum Award that is awarded by the Ohio Department of Education and Workforce. At this time, we'd like to ask Mr. Nelson Homan and Ms. Heather Ranford, Mr. Homan, principal of the elementary school, Ms. Ranford, assistant principal of the elementary school, to come forward. Just a bit about this award. Oh, yeah, congratulations. Just a bit about this award. This is awarded to the elementary school. And congratulations to the entire staff and leadership of Winton Woods Elementary School, as well as any other education professionals working with them. The elementary school has received the Momentum Award this month from the Ohio Department of Education and Workforce based on its results of the 24-25 Ohio State Report Card. This award recognizes schools and districts that improve their performance index by 3 or more points as compared to the prior year, while also achieving a value-added rating of 4 or more stars. The elementary school did both of those things, so please join me in congratulating Winton Woods Elementary School. Congrats to them, and keep doing great things for kids. We do have a gift this evening to acknowledge as well. The Board of Education would like to thank Ms. Nikki Samino-Wazalewski and Ms. Katie Samino-Wazalewski of River City Sports Complex for their company's generous donation of $750 to the Winton Woods High School multiple disability classrooms. Ms. and Ms. Samino-Wazalewski, are you here this evening? We'd love to call you forward if you are. And if not, we sincerely wish to thank you nonetheless for your generosity with our students here in the district. So congratulations and thank you. And finally, this evening, we have an important introduction to make to the board and to the school community. We'd like to call to the front at this time our district's new Executive Director of Human Resources, Ms. LaToya Harper.
Good evening, board members, Mr. Denny, Mr. Seymour. I would just like to take a moment to share how excited I am to join the Warrior family. I have worked in public education now for over 15 years, and that has been one of the highlights of my career. I am so looking forward to working with all the staff here at Winton Woods City School District. So thank you again for the opportunity. I'm extremely grateful. Thank you.
Welcome.
President Knighton and board, that concludes the district honors recognitions, gifts, and introductions for this evening.
Thank you, Mr. Denny, and congratulations to all of our award winners and recipients, and to the gifts. Thank you for your contribution. And to Ms. Harper, welcome on behalf of the board. So we thank you for that. We will move on to agenda item 3.01, public comments. Mr. Seymour. Seeing none, we'll move on to 4.01. We will take a brief recess, no more than 5 minutes. It is currently 7:19. Thank you. We'll go ahead and resume from recess. We'll move on to 5.01, Winton Woods Teachers Association. Do we have a representative here from WWTA? Seeing none, we'll move on. I'm sorry. 5.02, Ohio Association of Public School Employees, OPSE. Do we have an OPSE representative here? Seeing none. 6.02, waive the reading of the minutes. Board, a motion is in order.
Madam President, I'd like to waive the reading of the minutes for the following meetings: the regular meeting, March 30th, 2026, and the work session, April 13th, 2026.
Thank you. Can I get a second?
I'd like to second that.
Thank you. It's been motioned and seconded. Any questions or discussion? Mr. Seymour, can you call for the vote?
Ms. Miller? Mr. Smith?
Aye.
Mr. Spielman?
Aye.
Ms. Bryant?
I,
Ms. Knighton?
question, I'm not sure how to handle the April 13th since I attended,
You want to be you want to abstain from the 13th?
I was there,
Yeah,
but I
Yeah.
wasn't there, so I have to abstain.
Yeah.
Yeah, I even wrote abstain on my thing, like abstain, yes.
Who's there? Who wasn't there?
I was there in spirit.
Amen.
Ms. Knighton?
Aye. Thank you. So that vote passes. We do have one abstention for the April 13th. 6.02, to approve the minutes as presented. Board, a motion is in order.
Madam President, I make a motion to approve the minutes as presented. I second the motion.
Thank you. It's been motioned and seconded. Any questions or discussion?
This is where you want to abstain.
Mm-hmm.
You're okay with the
Mm-hmm.
waiving of the reading, correct?
Correct.
Okay.
Okay. Mr. Seymour, can you call for the vote?
Ms. Miller?
Aye.
Mr. Smith?
Aye.
Mr. Spielman?
Aye.
Ms. Bryant?
Abstain.
Ms. Knighton?
Aye. Thank you. That motion passes with four votes and one abstention. 7.01, financial statements for March. Mr. Seymour, you have the floor.
Yes, Board, before you have the statements for the end of March. The total year-to-date revenues in the general fund are currently at 48.4 million, with month-to-date revenues at 3.6 million, most of which was state foundation and approximately 500,000 in real estate advance. Our year-to-date expenditures in the general fund are currently running at 50.5 million, and through the month of March, we were approximately 3% under budget, or about 2.1 million. Then on page 5, you have a list of all the financial activity for all funds, and on the unencumbered district of all funds on March 31st was 32.4 million, and the list of each of those fund balances is provided to you on that page 5.
Great. Thank you. Any questions, board, or? Okay. May those financial statements be presented and filed for audit. 8.01, investment report for March 2026. Mr. Seymour, again, you have the floor.
Yes, Board, for the end of March 31st, we had approximately 31.1 million invested. Our interest for the month was at $109,808, of which 98,000 was general fund and approximately 11,700 for building funds.
Thank you, Mr. Seymour. Board, a motion is in order.
I move we approve the investment report as presented.
I second the motion.
Thank you. It's been motioned and seconded. Any questions or discussion?
Was that Ms. Miller?
Yes.
Thank you.
I'm just surprised at the fluctuations, between the amount that we get, or the amount that we have deposited, and the amount of interest we get each month.
Right, usually It'll be a little bit bigger next month because for April, we got a nice settlement of real estate taxes. But a lot of it depends upon which month you get that inflow, and then, how much is at Star Ohio for that time period.
Just varies. Thank you. No other comments?
Great. Thank you. Mr. Seymour, can you call for the vote?
Ms. Miller?
Aye.
Mr. Smith?
Aye.
Mr. Spielman?
Aye.
Ms. Bryant?
Aye.
Ms. Knighton?
Aye. Thank you. That vote passes unanimously. On to 9.01, reports of the superintendent. Mr. Denny, you have the floor.
Thanks again, Ms. Knighton and board, good evening again. You should have before you, board, the report for upcoming school events. It covers the period from April 28th, that is tomorrow, until June 2nd. Last Tuesday was midterms, which is hard to believe. We're already halfway through fourth quarter. So tomorrow, interim report cards will be sent home. So just something for our families to be on the lookout for. Tomorrow also happens to be National School Bus Driver Day. Point of order, there's a National School Bus Driver Day and an Ohio School Bus Driver Day. And I think we'd all agree they could deserve as much recognition as they possibly can get. It's a challenging, it's a rewarding but challenging job. We appreciate them a great deal, and I know there's a resolution coming later that will also pay some tribute to them and honor them. We have a tennis match coming up tomorrow as well, and a series of senior recognition concerts this week. It is that time of year. So the choir concert is tomorrow evening, orchestra is Wednesday evening, and then there's also a high school senior band recognition concert on Thursday. So there's a lot going on this week. Flag football game against M&D, Mount Notre Dame's coming up this Wednesday as well. There's OMEAs this Friday, the state adjudicated choir adjudication in this case event, coming up Friday. Band and choir also on Saturday. Big week next week, board, is Teacher Appreciation Week. It's also school nutrition employee week as well. And then the aforementioned Ohio School Bus Driver Day on May 4th. Softball mat game against New Miami, and we have the intermediate band concert coming up next Tuesday. It's followed by Wednesday, May 6th, National School Nurse Day, and there's an intermediate school orchestra concert. And then finally, Friday, May 8th, it's the Warrior Rally, Senior Picture Breakfast, Honors Diploma Scholars Dinner, Senior Awards. So a very full day coming up a week from this Friday, May 8th. Graduation, of course, the highlight of the year, Tuesday, May 12th at the Cintas Center. And then the next day is underclassmen awards. And we'd wrap up this year with ECC track meet, as well as the varsity district track meets coming up the week of the 18th through the 22nd, which happens to be our last day for students this year, Friday, May 22nd. So board, that concludes some highlights from the next few weeks. Very busy weeks, but also very rewarding and inspiring weeks.
Mr. Denny, I have a
Yes, sir.
question. Did the girls' flag football have any home games?
I don't believe so.
Why not?
I have to check into that.
Because I just realized,
learned that.
I like to check our sports out, and I haven't heard of a home game yet.
I'll find out.
Okay, I really would like to know that, because I would.
But I was chatting with our athlete, who just was not recognized. She's a flag football
Mhm.
athlete. She said they didn't have home games this year. So
Well, I'd definitely like to know why.
I'll try to find out.
Thank you.
Great, thank you. 9.02, Student Achievement Report. Superintendent Denny, you have the floor again.
Thank you, Ms. Knighton. Board, you should have before you, 9.02 is a report. In this case, it is Student Achievement Report for this month. This report is actually presented, it's a school-level report showing off some of the progress on district and school goals. This report will be presented by Mr. Jaquil Hargrove, principal of Wentwood's Early Childhood Central Campus. If he could come forward, and then if we could also display on the screen the slides presentation deck for him. Mr. Hargrove.
You want to check it?
Good evening.
Oh,
Oh, y'all gotta stand at the podium or
Oh, by the mic.
the millions of people watching us online won't be able to hear.
All right, all right.
thank you
One
so
can
much.
only
My
hope and
bad, my
wish.
bad.
No, you're good. Thank you.
The warm-up. Let's try this again. Hi, Mr. Hargrove. I'm the principal at the Early Childhood Center.
And I'm Augustina Manis. I'm the assistant principal.
All right, so we're going to just walk you through our year as being first year principal and first year AP. I think we are doing a great job so far, but so, hopefully we can exhibit that through our report. So some of our goals for this year is, I'm gonna let you, sorry, that's your.
Yeah, so one of our GLOws was the implementation and first year of the ECCC family program, which we will dive into here in a couple of slides, as well as our PBIS implementation and recognition. We earned bronze from last year.
And then also our student award recognition is growing. I know in the previous years, that was one thing that we wanted to work on as our students transition to first grade, as they get ready to read and read to comprehend. So that's one thing that we have worked very diligently amongst our staff to make sure our students are progressing in that area. But one grow is our parent involvement. We try to get parent involvement as much as we could as far as with the family program. I know it's just, obviously there's some things that we could definitely tweak for next year. So one thing we would like to implement moving into next year is invite families to be a part of our lesson. So we decided to try to do that for 3 times next year. So one event is like our car event, which is part of our My View lesson, and try to get more parent attendance at our family nights. At our family nights for our family program. Just to dive into our academics, so students come in pretty much not knowing their names or not knowing how to tie their shoe, not knowing what color is up or down. So we did our My View baseline assessment. We had 255 students off track walking in. That's okay. We were great. We got some work to do. But as the year went on, we have seen a lot of progress. We went from 255 off track to 182 off track, and 108 on track. And then as we took our Unit 2 assessments, we went from 182 to 155 off track and 123 on track. And at the middle of the year assessments, we were 142 off track and 143 on track. So we are seeing that number starting to go the other way. Hopefully, as we get ready to take our final assessments in the upcoming weeks, I didn't do that. There you go. As we get ready to take our final assessments in the upcoming weeks, okay, I don't know why I keep doing that. We should start to hopefully see that number rise for as far as our number of students being on track and versus off track. We take 3 assessments. My View is the first one, Ames Web is the second one, and MAP is the third one. We will get to that next slide. If you look at the cone, try to break it down for you as much as I can. In the previous year, in 24-25, in the fall, we had 144 students in Tier 3. So Tier 3 is that students who need a lot more intervention, a lot more attention to their academic progress. Tier 2, we had 53 students, and Tier 1 was just where they need to be. We had 95 students. So we look into 25, 26, we can see that cone start to flip a little bit. 122 students who are Tier 3, which is that red, meaning they need a lot more intervention. Tier 2 students who are in that middle, that are bubble students, students can go left or right. They are at 57, and our Tier 1 students are 113. As we go into our winter, though, we start to see that Tier 3, the students who need a little bit more love and attention, we start to see that number decline, that's what we want. We didn't see that number decline, so we went from 122 students to 68 in that Tier 3. Our Tier 2 students went from 57 to 62, not where we want to be, but it just tells us that our Tier 3 students are starting to make a little bit more progress. But our Tier 1 students is where we wanted to see a lot more of our growth in academic success. We went from 113 to 156. So that's 54% of our students growing and learning and achieving. And so hopefully, again, when we take our assessments next week, we start to see that green increase to hopefully 200. I'm being facetious when I say 200, but I'm going to say that. MAP is that third assessment that we said we took. We did math and reading. When you look at our growth for the median distribution, In the fall, we was in that 57th percentile of growth, which is great. That's exactly what we want. We can start to see that number start to grow as students are achieving where they need to be. In the fall for achievement, we had 29% be in the red in the fall, but when we look at the winter, we had 22% be in the red, which means we're starting to see the upside of our students starting to grow and make achievement and growth. We start to see the orange and the yellow also start to decline as well, which means our green and blue is starting to grow. That blue, though, it means they are excelling past where they need to be in kindergarten. That is a little bit more complicated to get all of our students to achieve in that area, but that's okay. I know we went from 14 to a 13, but that's not bad. This means they are still in that green bubble, which is exactly where we want them to be. Then we see our green go from 16% in math to 29%. When you look at reading, we also see another growth as far as that as well. Our red went from 30% to 26%. Again, we want to see that number decline, and then we look at our green, we can see our students go from 14% to 14% to 13%, and our blue, though, went from 7% to 17%. So we're starting to see, again, a lot more academic success, a lot more academic growth, as to where exactly we want our students to be.
All right, so a little bit about our family program. As I stepped out of the classroom into administration, something that I saw that was missing to support our families was teachers asking, please practice this at home. And our families were just completely lost. They didn't know where to start. And they're not educators. They do not have the background and knowledge that we might. So I thought it would be great to bring this into our building to show families that we are working hand in hand with you as collaborative partners to help your child, not only at school, but at home. So just a quick overview as to what the sessions look like. They are towards the end of the month. There's an English session and a Spanish session that I run both. We talk about literacy and mathematics. We follow the restorative approach, and we do a little community building circle in the beginning to also represent that's how the way we start our day off in preschool and kindergarten with morning meetings. So really reflecting what our days look like here at school, doing it with the families. We also talk about fine motor development, as that is something huge that we focus on every single day in preschool and kindergarten, as well as social emotional skills that families can work on. And they work on a different breathing technique that they can take at home to really find what works best for their child. The first 5 sessions were families only, and then we piloted what it could look like for next year to increase that parent attendance. And we had kids come to the last 2 sessions, and we did hands-on activities so parents could exactly understand what are my kiddos learning at school every day, and how can I do it at home? And using basic items that families might already have in their kitchen, in their living room, that they could find at Dollar Tree, Amazon, so making it realistic. And they got to take home books, materials to support that learning for every single month. There was a special incentive. If families attended 5 out of 7 sessions, they earned a special activity to do together as a family over the summer, which included going to the zoo, to a Reds game, and stuff like that. So we just sent out a survey for families asking them for feedback on how we can improve for next year. We are excited to continue it next year. Kids will be invited to every single session, so hopefully we will see more of an attendance from all families. For PBIS, this school year, we created a PBIS Hall of Fame hallway, which is this one that you walk in to get to our cafeteria. And we decided to not only do school assemblies every single month to acknowledge the great things that are happening and our kids modeling our 3 big PBIS rules, which are to be responsible, respectful, and trustworthy, but to also acknowledge where are areas that we need to improve on, to grow from our mistakes, to learn from them, to become better students in the building. So every month, what we have been doing is acknowledging 2 students per classroom with a different criteria. So it's not always kids that are always following the rules, but maybe a student that we've seen major improvement from over the last month, to give every single student an opportunity to be able to be recognized for making those improvements. So what they get to do is they get recognized by their teacher. They get a special incentive with the principals, like picnic with the principal, pizza with the principal. We're doing pie the principal this week. So that's going to be an exciting one. And then their picture gets displayed out in our Hall of Fame hallway. Something that we decided to do the last 2 quarters is teach the kids to all work together to reach a goal with their PBIS points. So as you see in that gold star, they all had to work together to receive a school incentive with their PBIS points, which was watching a pickleball game during their specials in Teachers in a Blow-Up Costume, which they loved, and then a bouncy house. Now they're working towards filling up a giant popsicle all together to receive popsicles on the playground the last week of school. So really just acknowledging students that are working hard every single month, as well as teaching them about working collectively as a whole to achieve those goals as a school.
All right, so preschool made me a little nervous, and be very honest with y'all. Preschool is a different beast. It's just a whole different monster. But we would love to say that we are still goal rating going into next school year. We have accomplished that goal for 25-26. We will continue that process. What we're going to bring to our preschool program is our outdoor learning program. It's sponsored by Meritus Foundation. We appreciate them so much. So that's one thing that we're going to try to incorporate into next school year, is that outdoor learning program. There's a picture right there, if you can see it. That's just an AI version of it. We did order all the materials. It will be set up this summer, so if you would like to come see it this summer when it's officially done, I would let Mr. Denny know so everyone can come see it and just play around if you would like to as well. Behaviorally, first quarter is always rough. Just being very honest, it's very rough. Students fresh off of not knowing how to be at school and having to learn how to be at school, walking in line, not talking when you're not supposed to be talking, all those criteria. So the first quarter is, again, a little rough. It was started off at 6.9 incidents per day, but as you see it, we started to decrease. We went from 6.9 in the first quarter to 4.6 in the second quarter to 4.4 in the third quarter. So overall, daily average is starting to decrease by 4% from second quarter to third quarter. So that would just say that I'm going to give a big shout out to my teachers and my assistant principal because they have worked very hard in making sure that they hit the routines. They talk about the expectations and just reiterating those expectations to our students. One thing we wanted to acknowledge this school year is our perfect attendance for those families and students who come to school every single day. Getting up and coming to work every single day is a struggle for adults, so I can only imagine being a child who don't have, if I get a break, why do I want to go back to school the next day? So what we did this school year was incorporate a perfect attendance awards to all the students who came for that quarter. We had an average of about 60 students who come to school every day for the from first, second, and third quarter, which is a big accomplishment for our building. So you can just see those pictures right there of our students. Not only to acknowledge our students, we wanted to acknowledge our families as well, because the students don't get to school by themselves, right? So what we did starting in quarter 2 was a perfect attendance breakfast, and I just wanted to say thank you to Mr. Denny for allowing us to be able to do that. So students who were able to come to school every day, what we did was invite their families to our breakfast. So we'll have donuts, orange juice, fruit, snacks, muffins, all that good stuff, and we allowed the families to come in right here in this area. We'll talk, we'll chat. We got to just have an interpersonal conversation with the families. Just to acknowledge them for saying thank you so much for, allowing your students to come to school every single day. In the second quarter, we had 58 students. In the third quarter, we had 55 students. And again, in the first quarter, we had 60 students.
So recently, a couple weeks ago, we had the WWEF Foundation purchased Pete the Cat books for every single kindergarten student. And we did have some extras so that every preschool classroom could also receive a hard copy as well. So right after announcements with Mr. Hargrove, we said, all right, everybody drop everything and read. And students all stopped what they were doing and got to read their book and take it home. The students absolutely loved it, and it was nice because they were hardcover books. So they were really nice quality, and they really enjoyed that the whole school got to stop and do the same activity all at the same time.
Again, we just want to say thank you again to our WWEF Foundation for supplying those books for our students. We greatly appreciate y'all. So some community events that we had at our building, we had Forest Park Fire Department come in. They did a fire activity with our students for a whole week. They loved it. They did a time event where they got to take a fire hose and run down to the other side of the gym and run back. They did the push-ups against the firefighters as well. So it was very fun and energetic and entertaining for our students. They got to see just a different aspect of school and who else is in our community. We also did a trunk or treat event here in our gym. It was a huge turnout. We loved it so much. I think our families enjoyed it as well. We had a DJ. We had pretty much just a trick or treat event inside our gym where a whole bunch of families came in. They got to go around in the circle, hit the piñata a couple times, and pretty much get a whole bunch of candy, sugar them up before they got to go home for the weekend. So, which was nice for us. So that was another event that we got to do. Yeah, so that's our presentation. Do we have any questions from the board?
That is a great report. You know, you had some data there, you had some good things you're doing, some things you want to do. I just appreciate it. I think it was a great report.
Thank you. We appreciate it.
I agree, but I have one question.
Yes, sir.
Can I get an invite to the pie, the principal?
Right, when is that?
Thursday, all day long.
Oh, well. Looks like I'm free on Thursday now, so. No, but thank you. I must agree with Mr. Spielman. Fantastic presentation.
Yeah,
Thank you
Appreciate
for the
it.
thoroughness.
Yes, sir.
And great job on actually like creating the data that makes this report so good, right? So
Yeah.
like, I think that's the part that we're all
Absolutely. Had a little bit of
impressed by,
everything.
is that like, for you both to be in the position for the first year
Yes.
as a new principal and a new AP, you know, kudos to you both. It says a lot about you both, and just to be able to present such, rich information to us, is helpful. I do have one question. That outdoor space, is that the one in this hallway right here where the turtles used to be?
No, that is the
It's
turtle.
not that
No,
one.
no, ma'am.
Okay,
No.
where is this outdoor space, this picture?
That picture is, if you go down the preschool hallway, so if you
Okay.
go, once you come to the building, you make a left,
Yep, okay,
you make
I
another
got you.
left, yep, that
Yep.
one.
okay. I had to think it through. I was
Yeah,
like,
and there will be another one that's around, like where the new CO will be. There's
Okay.
another area over there
Okay.
that we will also make into a learning center for the
Very
preschool as
cool.
well.
I love that. I love that. Any other questions, board?
No, I do appreciate the data and the enthusiasm in which you can tell the elementary school, preschool, you're just like, oh, this is what we're gonna do. And the fact that you're trying to engage parents is so important. We always like, we say, do it at home. So the fact that you recognize, hey, they may not understand what we mean by that, and being able to meet the parents where they are, speaks to both of you. So thank you. This is really exciting.
Yes, ma'am.
To see people excited about education for our wee little ones. Also recognizing that students don't get to school by themselves at this age, so incorporating the families and celebrating them getting the students to school is important.
Yeah.
Yes, ma'am.
Keep up the good work.
Thank you guys so
Okay.
much.
Yeah, thank you.
Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Yes,
Thank you, Mr. Hargrove and Ms. Manis. Thank you.
yeah, wonderful, wonderful.
That's a good report.
Yeah, absolutely. We'll move on to 9.03, facilities update, and that will go back to Superintendent Denny and Mr. Day.
Thank you, Ms. Knighton.
Sure.
Here to present 9.03 facilities update, Mr. Jeremy Day, Executive Director of Business Affairs.
Good evening, everybody. Thanks for having me tonight. We got a few things here for you. We are still waiting on the CO renovation funding to drop in from the state. I'm getting with our rep pretty much every 4 or 5 days to see where we are with the process. The hope is that it'll be for the May meeting, and I'm hoping that we have 2 resolutions to send your way. That's the hope. So hang tight on that one. Sorry, I wish I could give you more. I kind of feel stuck. I'll be honest with you, I feel stuck. So, we've got the walking path easement that we also should be able to get to you next month. That's where we're gonna be gifting that to Great Parks. There needs to be a few eyes left to see that easement, the writing, the resolution for it. Past that, we should be okay. So I think in May, we should be okay for you to hopefully approve that resolution. We've got our stadium audio project coming around June 8th that week. It's probably gonna take about 3 or 4 days to do that project, so looking forward to that one. Help increase the audio for that, it's a great stadium, so we're just gonna update the audio for that. 2 other things that we're working on right now this time of my year. We're kind of winding down the year, so at this point, we're kind of checking up on any open purchase orders that we have out there, projects that are still need to be completed by the end of June. We're starting to close out some purchase orders as well, ones that we did not use or we feel pretty confident we won't be using through the end of June. Checking on the logistics is something I kind of take on for particularly the high school. They have a lot of events that come up right now. One was last Friday at prom, and the last thing I want to hear is a phone call from Mr. Martin on prom night that something didn't work right. Okay, so I'm trying to get all the logistics ready for him, for prom, for graduation, for senior walk, all those sort of things. I don't want anything to be fouled up. Okay, so there's a lot of logistics on those end. We also have some field trips that come up here towards the end too. A couple of them that are coming to Kings Island that are also important to make sure we get approved for and get the busing for. So that's how the end of my year kind of looks. We're getting prepped for the business and grounds and maintenance busy season, which is really the summertime. Really, we've already taken painting walkthroughs for the building. We try to touch up the painting throughout the year, but the big push is summertime. So we have everything freshened up for August. We've had walkthroughs at every campus. We know what we need to order and what we need to buy and how that's gonna go about. Also, the maintenance kind of schedule with things too. There's a lot of things that we need to work on throughout the summer. My guys, it's the busiest time they have. So it's the best time that they have without people in the building also. So we map that out right now, just so we're ready to go. Things have already been purchased, we're ready to go, so they don't have to wait on July 1 money to come down. So we kind of prep that early. Past that, that's pretty much my report for the month. I kind of wanted to give you a prep there for the way things are looking. My hope is that in June, I'm not sure when we did it last year, but in June, do the review of the capital improvements. I think June's probably an appropriate time to do that, so I'll have that ready for you in June. So, yes, sir.
Do we do the maintenance, or like the painting and touch up with maintenance people over the summer, or do we get a contractor?
Some of both, depending on the job. So a lot of the building work, like interior building work, we tend to do it ourselves. We'll hire 2 to 3 people, staff members that kind of help do that. They handle a lot of the big entryways. I did contract out all the North Campus restrooms last year, just because restrooms can just take so long. So I contracted those out. We repainted the weight room in the athletic building main hallway. That I contracted out just because of the time. This year, I don't see, the only thing we'd be contracting this coming, not this fiscal year, but next, would be community building work. And that's gonna be a contracted piece for that. But it's usually the smaller pieces, the eye-catching pieces that you really need to touch up every single year. Another thing we found during the walks, which and being in South Campus, I should have seen or recognized it, I guess, really in a way, is a lot of these back corridors that the kids see all the time, the staff don't see them as much, the parents don't see them as much, but some have gotten kind of beat up. Well, they're all white, and which is okay, but they also use flat white, so it's just very hard to clean. You can't, and that was just back from 6 years of, so we're gonna remedy that, so we won't be painting it with flat, obviously. We're gonna be painting it with semi-gloss or eggshell, something that's a little easier to clean. So it's things like that we look at, because we don't want to do those areas every single year. There's some areas we do every year. Those main showcase areas we do every single year, those high traffic areas. But then there's spots like the back corridors we have not hit, in my time at least. So we're going to do that this summer. So, yeah.
Thank you.
No problem.
Great. Thank you so much.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Day.
Wonderful. On to 10.01, adoption of the Winton Woods Teachers Association contract. Mr. Denny, you have the floor.
Thank you again, Ms. Knighton. Board, you should have before you for 10.01, the adoption of the Winton Woods Teachers Association, or WWTA contract. The recommended action would be to approve the adoption of the Winton Woods Teacher Association contract as presented. It is located in the folder. And we have Mr. Sanker on hand as well as Ms. LaToya Harper. Should you have any questions about this particular item?
Thank you, Mr. Denny. Board, a motion is in order.
Madam President, I'd like to move that we approve the adoption of the Winton Woods Teachers Association contract as presented.
Thank you. Second?
Second.
Great. Board has been motioned and seconded. Are there any questions or discussion?
I did.
I'm sorry, Brandon. Brandon.
okay.
Yeah, sorry. Questions or discussion, board?
Mr. Dean, are you satisfied with this?
Yes.
No further questions.
Thank you.
And just to point out that the salary increases in the first year, and then second and third year, that's the only thing that can be, is open for renegotiation. or
Yes.
negotiation.
That's a good point, Mr. Spielman. It is a 3-year agreement.
Yes.
But with openers for salary and benefits, year 2 and year 3, as yet not determined.
Correct.
And board, I will say, I mean, I briefly spoke with Pam as well. I mean, she was very, very involved in this, in the negotiations, and I definitely gave her 2 cents in approval, and support of the final product that's before you. So, you know, a lot of the changes, when I looked through, were a lot of formatting changes. If you can see, there's a lot of red lines, and so a lot of the changes are formatting, kind of changing language to realign things. So if you look at it, it looks a little overwhelming, but thumbing through it, it's actually not as many changes as it appears to be. Any other discussion or changes, board, or questions, board? Mr. Seymour, would you call for the vote, please?
Ms. Miller? Aye. Mr. Smith?
Aye.
Mr. Spielman?
Aye.
Ms. Bryant?
Aye.
Ms. Knighton?
Aye. Thank you. That vote passes unanimously. On to 10.02, personnel schedules. Mr. Denny, you have the floor.
Thanks again, Ms. Knighton. Board, just quickly, I would like to briefly acknowledge on 10.01, Mr. Sanker's work to lead that in his role. And also Jeff Nolasco, our new Ohio Education Association rep. He really was instrumental in bringing this together as well. So he's new, but we really enjoyed working with him. Board 10.02 is personnel schedules, and you should have those before you. There's Schedule A, B1, B2, C, D, and E. Recommended action would be to approve those personnel schedules as presented, and Ms. Harper's here to help questions, and she and I are happy to address anything you might have questions about.
Great. Thank you, Mr. Denny and Ms. Harper. Thank you. Board, a motion is in order.
Madam President, I make a motion to approve the personnel schedules as presented.
I'll second.
Thank you. It's been motioned and seconded. Board, are there any questions or discussion?
Now, I did have a question. I did ask Mr. Denny about that on some, I think, what schedule was it? Was it C, Mr. Denny, or D?
D, yeah, D is in David.
That if you notice on some of the salaries, it just says as per rate or something like that, because those rates changes. So that was my only
Yeah.
question that was answered before.
Great. Mr. Seymour, would you call for the vote, please?
Ms. Miller?
Aye.
Mr. Smith?
Aye.
Mr. Spielman?
Aye.
Ms. Bryant?
Aye.
Ms. Knighton?
Aye. Thank you. That vote passes unanimously. 10.03, proposal for overnight extended student trip. Superintendent Denny, you have the floor.
Thank you, Ms. Knighton, and thank you, Ms. Harper. 10.03, Board, you should have before you a proposal for overnight extended student trip, Winton Woods High School Band trip to Chicago, Illinois, March 12 through 14, 2027. So a little under a year from now. And Board, as per usual, as you know, the purview of the Board and approval of the Board is required for a trip that is overnight. So this is coming before the Board, Recommended action would be to approve this proposal for overnight extended student trip for the Winton High School Marching Band, March 12th through 14th, 2027 to Chicago, Illinois, as presented.
Thank you. Board, a motion is in order.
I would like to make a motion to approve the proposal for overnight extended student trip, Winton High School Band, March 12th through the 14th, 2027, Chicago, Illinois, as presented.
Second.
Thank you. It's been motioned and seconded. Any questions or discussion?
I just have one comment, it says in the requirements that you can't have two Fs to go on the trip. I think there's gotta be a higher standard. You could have one F and a bunch of Ds. There's no GPA requirement. I think there should be a GPA requirement.
So, Mr. Spillman, are you proposing a policy change that we need to look at, or what?
Well, for sports, we go 2.5.
Right, so you're trying to make a policy for field trips? I'm just asking.
Well, I'm just saying I don't like that you can have one F and still go. I think there should be a higher standard than that.
Maybe grade rather than GPA, because GPA can't tell a full story, but a transcript can. So maybe it would be, they need to have at least, at the bare minimum, like no Fs, or have a C average report card. I think GPA is kind of hard, because they can come in one way and then finish another way, or have a rough quarter, rough semester, so yeah.
Understood.
I think if we do it, that needs to be a policy, because it needs to be uniform across the board
I
for
agree.
everybody. Because there more people take trips than just the band, and it just happens to be spelled out in this one. So I think, to your point, if that's a idea or something we want to entertain, that will probably be something we need to look at policy if it's not already there.
Couldn't find that.
Okay.
But I honestly should research more
Yeah,
too.
the only thing, I asked Mr. Denny this before the meeting, and he just said in sports, we require that, I think the state or the.
State requires a 1.0.
Yeah.
Winton Woods High School requires a 2.5
Yes.
GPA.
So I don't know that, this shouldn't be, this shouldn't be similar to sports. It just seems like to have a standard for a trip, you can't have two Fs, seems to be too low to me. And the other side of this is we need to approve the trip tonight. So,
Do we though? I mean,
yeah,
what is I know there's with these travel agencies, there's sometimes a deadline, but for this trip to be so far out, do we know what that deadline is?
Yeah, part of why I wanted to make sure I got it on tonight for the board to review and consider is there are fundraising activities that are scheduled to start in May. And then I think that's when the I'd have to look at the name of the Bob Rogers
Yeah.
travel itinerary program starts. I think we didn't want to get to the May meeting and not have time to allow the fundraising to begin, since students and families are responsible for paying their way for the trip. That to me was the sense of urgency for this evening.
Well, and I think approving the trip doesn't necessarily mean that we can't look at what the requirements to attend the trip are.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like,
Absolutely.
if that's something that we have an appetite for, to think, does a policy need to be in place to participate in activities like this? We can still talk about that. We still have time before this trip happens.
Absolutely.
Or, other things happen
Right.
when the school year comes back.
Yeah, 100%.
Maybe that's something we talk about in our June work session, or, what have you. If that's what we decide we want to do. I mean, it may not even be something that we decide we want to continue on and further converse about, but, it is it's an extracurricular, so I feel like there is some component of you kind of got to earn it, that just like you do have to kind of earn being able to play sports or to be able to participate in the extra things, so there has to be some kind of standard. I agree. I don't know what that is or what that looks like, or if we even have a policy already, or if, I don't know. I didn't think about it before
Band
today.
is not listed as an extracurricular, right? Is it a course, a class?
It's co-curricular.
Oh, curricular, okay.
It's both. It's
So if we don't,
extracurricular
so
and
the standard would
in
be,
class.
we'd have to look at co-curricular activities, which I think band and maybe flat court, those are probably the only ones, if I'm not mistaken. Everything is either an extra or part of their regular curriculum. So So I think it's worth discussion after we, to vote on this.
Yeah.
Because we don't want to penalize kids for something that they didn't know was going to be the standard, like,
Right.
oh, you can go, however, we're going to change things, so now make it harder. But to set the expectation for next year to say, look, going forward in 26, 27, this is what we'd like to address for co-curricular activities. Which again, I think is only the band and the fine arts things that are listed as co-curricular. Is that correct?
Yes.
And I mean, technically, even if we approved it and changed it, there's a whole new school year coming up.
Correct.
So it'd be based off of that. So in short,
Correct.
we say they need to have a C average, and you're incentivizing this. I guess it's kind of, in a way, how they did the PBIS thing. Like, if you want to go on this trip, then you have a C
Get your grades
average.
due.
And like I said, it's not this school year, it's next school year. And all of them should be fundraising anyway. I think that's part of camaraderie when you're in an organization, so.
When, how did I would be curious to see, how do the AGS trips work? Because is that not considered co-curricular as
No,
well?
that's
It's
curricular.
curricular.
That's
Okay.
purely curricular, because it's aligned with the curriculum. Even this one, if you look, there's the state standards and the fine arts standards aligned, because it is a curricular program, but band has this extracurricular component as well.
Yeah.
And you're right, Ms. Bryan, it's just a very few
Yeah.
number of programs that are considered
I think it's worth maybe a
co-curricular.
little further conversation.
Absolutely.
I
I
mean-
believe if we're gonna do it and we talk through it and we make it standard across the board,
Yeah.
I love it. We
Yeah.
absolutely need to hold our students to a level of expectation.
If we're gonna talk about a global, music program, then I just think the standard has to be higher than you can get by with an F.
Sounds good.
Good discussion, board, I appreciate it. Are we ready for the vote, I think?
Can I ask a clarifying question? So we can approve it, but change that with the understanding that we can change that later?
Yeah, what I might recommend, board, if I could, is approve or consider this, and if you choose to approve it this evening, it's in place. We can always bring it back. If you recall, we've had some instances where some transportation modes
Right.
changed, or the dates changed, and because it's tied to liability and safety and all those kinds of things, we would bring it back to the board for you to review and approve again.
Yeah.
We could do something similar to that. if
And
the
this
board
is
would
why
like
I
to.
mentioned the word making it a policy, because if we make it a policy, then when that new school year starts, we just make sure that they understand it's now policy and everything moving forward must be in place and adapted to our policy.
I agree,
And so
yeah.
then it will come back, you
Yep,
see what I'm saying?
I agree.
So that's why I said policy.
I agree, 100%, yep. Perfect.
Thank you for the clarification.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you. Mr. Seymour, would you call for the vote?
Ms. Miller? Mr. Smith?
Aye.
Mr. Spielman?
Aye.
Ms. Bryant?
Aye.
Ms. Knighton?
Aye. Thank you. That vote passes unanimously. We will move on to 10.04, revised 26-27 school calendar again. We see it again.
Here.
Mr. Denny, you have the floor.
Thanks again, Ms. Knighton.
Sure.
Board, you should have before you for 10.04 the revised 2026-2027 school calendar. The recommended action would be to approve the revised 2026-2027 school calendar as presented. Board, just the changes, just to point out, the main reason for bringing it this evening is Cintas Center just communicated to the district the date for graduation for next school year. It is May 18th, so not quite as early as this year, with it being the 12th, which is a good thing. So May 18 is the graduation date. The other minor change that occurred, and this is similar to the calendar that we just had the hearing about, that the board just approved for 27-28, the fall break is moved from a Thursday, Friday to a Monday, Tuesday. Still a 4-day weekend. The reason for that is so many middle school, high school, coaches, administrators, teachers who work the games, whether it's home or away, don't get a true fall break because they have to go to work that evening for the big football game, the varsity football game. So this allows them to have an actual break if it's on a Monday or Tuesday. So that's the only change, is it went from a Thursday, Friday to a Monday, Tuesday, and then the graduation date. We all understand and have talked about the importance and the legal ramifications of graduation. So it does need to be appearing before the board and brought to you for your consideration and approval. So again, the recommended action would be to approve it as presented.
Great, thank you. Board, a motion?
Madam President, Madam President, I move we approve the revised 2026-2027 school calendar as presented.
Thank you. It's been motioned and seconded. Any discussion, questions?
No.
Okay. Mr. Seymour, can you call for the vote, please?
Ms. Miller?
Aye.
Mr. Smith?
Aye.
Mr. Spielman?
Aye.
Ms. Bryant?
Aye.
Ms. Knighton?
Aye. Thank you. That vote passes unanimously. On to 10.05. This is a resolution for School Bus Driver Appreciation Day, April 28th. Mr. Denny, you have the floor.
Thank you again, President Knighton. Board 10.05 begins the first of a series of resolutions this evening to honor different staff members, their roles, and their unique contributions to our students and our community. This particular resolution is for National School Bus Driver Appreciation Day, that day being April 28th. It's the national level. As we mentioned before, the state level appreciation day for bus drivers is May 4th. But Board, the recommended action would be to approve the resolution for School Bus Driver Appreciation Day, April 28th, 2026 as presented. The first people our students see each morning and see at the end of each day, but presented for your consideration, Board.
Thank you. A motion, Board?
Madam President,
10.05, sorry.
I move we approve the resolution, School Bus Driver Appreciation Day, April 28th, 2026 as presented.
I second the motion.
Thank you. It's been motioned and seconded. I'd like to read it if I could. This is a proclamation for National and Ohio School Bus Driver Appreciation Days. The official proclamation for April 28th, 2026, which is the national observance, and May 4th, 2026, which is the Ohio observance. But it says, whereas the Winton Woods City School District Board of Education recognizes the critical and important role that bus drivers are entrusted with on a daily basis, and whereas the Winton Woods City School District Board of Education commends the dedication of these drivers who provide safe transportation for the students and staff members of our district. And whereas bus drivers demonstrate a positive role model to reinforce the importance of education and support for families, schools, and community. And whereas the Winton Woods City School District Board of Education, as a stakeholder in the educational development of these children, expresses its appreciation and support for the drivers and staff of the Winton Woods Transportation Department. Now therefore be it resolved that the Winton Woods City School District Board of Education proclaims April 28th, 2026 and May 4th, 2026 to be days of sincere appreciation for the important role that staff of the Transportation Department of our school district adopted this 27th day of April 2026. We have a couple others that we'd like to recognize as well. 10.06 is a resolution for School Nutrition Employee Week. And Board, I'll ask for a motion for that, and then we'll read that one as well.
Are we just gonna approve them all at the same time?
We could.
Because we didn't approve that resolution after you read it.
Oh, I'm sorry. I did read it.
That's why
I should have
that's why.
asked for the vote. I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
Yeah, no, that's why I said, I didn't know what we were doing.
I appreciate it.
Oh, okay. Cool,
Yep,
cool.
I appreciate it. Okay, I read it, and now we need to approve it.
Okay.
Mr. Seymour, can you call for the vote?
Ms. Miller?
Aye.
Mr. Smith?
Aye.
Mr. Spielman?
Aye.
Ms. Bryant?
Aye.
Ms. Knighton?
Aye. Thank you. That vote passes unanimously as, thank you. I appreciate that, Mr. Smith.
No, it's because it's not on the computer. I get it. I'm the same way.
I'm
I'll
telling
Mr.
you,
Denny, I'm struggling with this
I'm
paper
telling
right
you,
now.
it's a
21st
process.
century board member. I do
Yeah.
everything on the computer. Excuse me.
So now we'll go on to 10.06. We'll do them one at a time, yes. 10.06 is the School Nutrition Employee Week, which is May 4th through 8th, 2026. And I will just request a motion for that.
I'd like to make, go ahead.
No, go ahead. No, go ahead.
I'll make a motion.
Okay, Mr. Smith, thank you so much.
Yeah,
And
I'll
a
make-
second,
I'll second.
Mr. Spielman, got it.
And I'll read.
Okay, perfect, thank you so much.
School Nutrition Employee Week official proclamation. Whereas nutritious meals at school are an essential part of the school day, and whereas the staff of the district's school meals and nutrition department are committed to providing healthful, nutritious meals to the district's children. And whereas the men and women who prepare and serve school meals help nurture our children through the daily interaction and support. And whereas the week of May 4th, 2026 is School Nutrition Employee Week. Now therefore be it resolved that Winton Woods City School District expresses its deep appreciation to those valuable employees and commends their good work on behalf of our children. Adopted this 27th day of April 2026.
Great, thank you so much. Mr. Seymour, can you call for the vote?
Ms. Miller?
Aye.
Mr. Smith?
Aye.
Mr. Spielman?
Aye.
Ms. Bryant?
Aye.
Ms. Knighton?
Aye, thank you. That vote passes unanimously, and the resolution carries. 10.07 is a resolution for National School Nurse Day, which is May the 6th, 2026, and I will ask for a motion for that, please.
That will be mine. I'd like to make a motion to approve the resolution, National School Nurses Day, May 6, 2026, as presented.
And I'll second.
Thank you so much. And Ms. Bryant, would you like to read that, please?
Yes, I would. Resolution, National School Nurses Day, May 6, 2026. Whereas it is proper to acknowledge school nurses for their professional contribution to encourage and support a healthy environment and education for all our nation's youth and for the students and the staff of Winton Woods City School District. And whereas school nurses provide a vital role to the institution of public education through their unique expertise for managing primary and preventative health care. And whereas school nurses are diligent, motivated, caring professionals who influence and promote a healthy school environment that is safe and conducive to learning. Be it therefore resolved this 27th day of April 2026 that the Winton Woods City School District Board of Education hereby recognizes the continued effort, commitment, and resolve of school nurses to make a difference and proclaims May 6, 2026 as National School Nurses Day in the Winton Woods City School District.
And Mr. Seymour, can you call for the vote, please?
Did we have a second? Oh, yeah, we did that. Ms. Miller?
Aye.
Mr. Smith?
Aye.
Mr. Spielman?
Aye.
Ms. Bryant?
Aye.
Ms. Knighton?
Aye. Yes, thank you. That vote passes unanimously, and the resolution carries. And the final resolution, Teacher Appreciation Week. And as Mr. Denny had mentioned earlier, there are lots of activities planned for that week, so definitely looking forward to that. But Teacher Appreciation Week, May 4th through the 8th. Board, can I get a motion, please?
Ms. Miller's interest. Oh.
I'd like to make a motion to approve the resolution, Teacher Appreciation Week, May 4th through the 8th, 2026, as presented.
Second.
Thank you. It's been motioned and seconded. And Ms. Miller, would you like to read that for us?
Resolution, National Teacher Appreciation Week, May 4th through the 8th, 2026. Whereas the week of May 4th through the 8th, 2026 is National Teacher Appreciation Week. And whereas public schools have been the gateway to success for every generation of Americans. And whereas a strong, effective system of public school education for all children and youth is essential to our democratic system of government. And whereas public schools are at work shaping the future for a whole new generation of young Americans who will take their places in education, business, industry, and government. Whereas no other profession has so great an opportunity to make a lasting and life-changing impact on the lives of so many. And whereas teachers empower, inform, teach, enlighten, share, enrich, create, motivate, mentor, and touch the minds of those students they are entrusted with. And whereas it is appropriate for the Winton Woods City School District to pay tribute to the teaching profession as a whole and to recognize teachers for their dedication and for their commitment to challenge and educate the youth of our schools and community. Therefore, be it resolved that the Winton Woods City School Board of Education formally designates the week of May 4th through 8th, 2026 as National Teacher Appreciation Week, adopted this 27th day of April 2026.
Thank you so much. And the vote, please.
Ms. Miller?
Aye.
Mr. Smith?
Aye.
Mr. Spielman?
Aye.
Ms. Bryant?
Aye.
Ms. Knighton?
Aye. Thank you so much. That vote passes unanimously and the resolution is carried. Thank you, board, for that. Next on the agenda is 10.09, second read for the new replacement and revised board policies. Superintendent Denny, you have the floor.
Thank you again, Ms. Knighton. Board, you should have before you for 10.09, 19 policies. This would round out the winter update for policies for our school system and for the board. Board, the recommended action would be to approve the second read, new replacement and revised board policies as presented.
Thank you. Board, a motion is in order?
Like to make a motion to approve the second read, new replacement, and revised board policies as presented.
Second.
Thank you, Ms. Miller and Mr. Smith. Any questions or discussion, board?
I received an email today about an AI committee. Will that be amending this policy? Or is that a selection on the options for AI?
No, our district has formed an AI council to look at how those best practices can be integrated into the classroom setting. It's a group of teachers,
Yeah.
administrators. The goal will be for them to construct administrative guidelines that will be written from the policy.
Okay.
So the policy is actually a state law. It's part of House Bill 96 to pass this particular policy.
Okay.
AI council just builds on that work.
Thank you for the
Yeah,
clarification.
appreciate the question.
Thank you. Mr. Seymour, would you call for the vote, please?
Ms. Miller?
Aye.
Mr. Smith?
Aye.
Mr. Spielman?
Aye.
Ms. Bryant?
Aye.
Ms. Knighton?
Aye. Thank you. That vote passes unanimously. On to 10.10, resolution authorizing the purchase of 73 Junefield. Mr. Denny, you have the floor.
Thanks again, President Knighton. 10.10, resolution authorizing purchase of 73 Junefield. This is the culmination of the couple work sessions we spent looking at the various offers and deciding what was the best, highest offer for the use of that property, not only for the district, but also moreover for the community and for years and years to come. And so the recommended action this evening is to approve the resolution, which then authorizes the purchase sales agreement to be enacted. So you can see there are two particular attachments for this agenda item, one being the resolution, and then when that's contemplated, considered, and then approved, that it enables the Exhibit A to be signed and approved as well on behalf of the board. So board, the recommended action would be to approve this resolution. It would authorize the sale of school property known as 73 Junefield as presented.
Great, thank you. Board, a motion?
I'd like to make a motion to approve the resolution authorizing the purchase of 73 Junefield as presented.
I'll second.
Thank you. It's been motioned and seconded. Are there any questions or
Just
discussion?
one quick question. There's no specificity about the model the model home that they were talking about during all of our meetings in the purchase agreement, so they can come back. Can they come back and, I guess they could, their models are all similar, but they showed us the model they were thinking of proposing for this property, but none of that's designated in here. Is that necessary?
That'll be more closely tied to the zoning and planning portion with the village. This is simply the disposition of the property, and the
Okay.
board is uniquely vested in Ohio with the authority to transfer or dispose of property or sell property.
Okay.
So this is that very first step. There'll be more of that, Mr. Spielman coming with, and that's a public process, so.
I know we had conversations about the proposal, and
Yeah.
I didn't see any specificity in here about what the model was.
No, this more just contemplates how the actual purchase sales agreement goes forward. They'll have a due diligence period. I mean,
Yeah.
seen all that, so, yeah, this is the very first step.
I have no other questions.
Mr. Seymour, can you call for the vote, please?
Ms. Miller? Mr. Smith?
Aye.
Mr. Spielman?
Aye.
Ms. Bryant?
Aye.
Ms. Knighton?
Aye. Thank you. That vote passes unanimously. 11.01, legislative report. Mr. Spielman, you have the floor.
My report will be very short tonight because there's no one meeting until after the election. But I do have one thing I wanted to update everyone about. On the elimination of property taxes, they have gathered about 305 signatures. They still need, that group needs about 110,500 more by July 1st. So it's taken them 11 months to gain the 305, and they have less than 10 weeks to get the remaining signatures. So not that it's pushing it. And just on the other side, the property tax initiative there's a newly formed bipartisan coalition of 65 different organizations called Ohioans to Protect Public Service, which OSBA and BASA and OASBO are all part of. But they have formed their website and will be working against that initiative, if it so happens. That's really the only report. Nobody's meeting until after the election, first Tuesday in May.
Great. Thank you, Mr. Spielman, for keeping us abreast about legislative happenings. 11.02 is the Great Oaks Career Technical Center report. I just would like to say briefly, it's the end of the year. All of the graduation ceremonies and recognition ceremonies are happening right now at all of the Oaks buildings. So at Scarlet, at Live, at Diamond, at Laurel, they're all happening right now, kind of over the next few weeks. We do, board before you, you do have the summary from the April board meeting, and then we do have one student who was highlighted, Mariama Camara, from one of our students at Scarlet. She was actually recognized because she qualified for the FCCLA State Leadership Conference. And so just a shout out to her, and we love when our warriors are achieving and doing great things, and just encourage them to continue to do so. As far as the full kind of summary for the report, you have that attached. But we'll move on to 12.01, set special board meeting. This was a recommendation that came out of our work session. We would like to, you know what, Mr. Denny, did you need to say anything about this one, or the board meeting date, the special board meeting date?
As you mentioned, it was a topic of discussion at the most recent board work session. The nature of that was there was too big of a gap between November and February. So this helps fill that gap to a degree and helps keep us a little bit more focused and on task and efficient with items that come up before the board. So yeah, that was the intent.
Absolutely. So contrary to what maybe some may believe, your board likes to do the work, right? We don't like for big gaps to go where we can't converse and talk about things and the happenings and things. So we did ask for an extra meeting to be added so that we would have time to kind of talk about things at the end of the year. So our request was to add an additional meeting. And so board, a motion is ordered for this special meeting to be added.
I'd like to make a motion to set December 7th, 2026 as special meeting at 6:30 p.m. at the Early Childhood Central Campus, Conference Room, 825 Waycross Road, Cincinnati, Ohio.
Thank you.
I second that.
Thank you, ladies. It's been motioned and seconded. Any questions or discussion?
Other than thank you.
Mr. Seymour, can you call the vote?
Ms. Miller?
Aye.
Mr. Smith?
Aye.
Mr. Spielman?
Aye.
Ms. Bryant?
Aye.
Ms. Knighton?
Aye. Thank you. That vote passes unanimously. 13.01, comments from members of the board and the superintendent. I'll start with you, Mr. Seymour.
No, thank you.
Nothing, okay. Let's go, Ms. Miller.
Quick comment, we just had our musical, Hadestown, so, always excited to see what our performing arts does, and just encouraging everybody to go out and vote, because we have another election coming up, the primary election, and it's, crucial that we vote. So that's it for me.
Thank you, thank you. Mr. Spielman.
I'd like to extend my congratulations to all those being recognized tonight for their accomplishments and their efforts as a member of the Winton Woods City School community. This is our last board meeting before graduation on May 12th. So I'd like to honor our graduates, speaking words of success and destiny over each one of their lives in whatever career choices they make. Remember, be responsible, be respectful, and be trustworthy. Be full of good character. And I agree with Ms. Miller, vote on Tuesday, May 7th. May.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
Ms. Bryant.
So I want to say I'm very deeply grateful to the community for their unwavering support that they continue to show the Winton Woods School District. Your partnership, your encouragement, and belief in our mission make a meaningful difference every single day. To our students, teachers, and community partners, thank you for your commitment, your dedication, and your pride that you bring to the district. Each of you plays a vital role in shaping a strong and vibrant learning community. I would also like to extend a special thank you to Grace Hills Church providing the graduation ribbons. This was the first year that they've done that, and so it was really exciting to see that activity. Your generosity helps make this a milestone even more meaningful for our students. I think this is year 33 that the ribbons will be placed on the fence on Waycross in Kemper. Was it not Waycross? Winton Road, sorry. As we approach Teacher Appreciation Week, May 4th through the 8th, we extend a heartfelt thanks to all of our teachers for your passion, resilience, and commitment to student success. They do not go unnoticed. We also like to recognize our incredible school nurses during Nurses Week is actually May 6th to the 12th. So thank you for caring for the health and well-being of the students with compassion and professionalism. I also want to thank the National School Bus Drivers, which is tomorrow for the national, and then again for May 4th. I would also like to encourage all kindergartners to show up on May 1st, this Friday. We're gonna have Touch Your Future event that will happen here at ECCC from 10 to 12 p.m. So I'm sure all the kindergarten families watching, your students probably gonna be super excited about this event. So looking forward to seeing all their faces and all the opportunities that they can have for their future employment. As we move to graduation, for all the students, please stay focused. Look at your requirements, make sure you're doing your credit checks, that things are exciting. I'm doing my walking in the morning again. I've seen several warriors who are trying to get out of school for various reasons. I think a couple of them told me, what was it? I don't know. They make up stories to tell me. So if you see me coming in the morning, just go to school. Please go to the school. Because you don't, please just go. You're almost there. I always tell them I want to see them graduate. So that is my goal, to see every warrior graduate, as long as I'm a board member and after. We also encourage thank you for all the community members that make their voices heard on May 5th, or 6th actually. Your participation is necessary and needed. That is it. Thank you.
Mr. Smith.
All right, I'd like to thank everyone who stayed and the millions of people watching us on the World Wide Web. Once again, thank you to all our teachers, administrators, Mr. Denny, Mr. Seymour, for your leadership. Truly appreciate it. I did want to take this time to congratulate our Director of Communications and Community Engagement, Mr. Jeffrey Ryle. He was honored at the Ohio School Public Relations Association annual conference with 1 Mark of Excellence Award and 2 Mark of Distinction Awards. So I definitely wanted to highlight that, because he works a lot behind the scenes. He's the one taking the pictures, sending out all the promos and making sure we're telling our warrior story. So I definitely want to appreciate him and acknowledge him for that. And to all those who have been awarded today, congratulations to you, and please keep up the outstanding work that you are doing. Welcome to you, Ms. Harper. We are so excited to have you. Looking forward to your great work. And thank you, Mr. Day, for fixing that ringing in the sound system earlier. I appreciate it. Thank you.
Mr. Denny.
Thank you, Ms. Knight. A lot of what I was going to comment on has already been touched on, so I will not retread. But I did want to just give a big shout out to our staff as an administrative team, as a leadership team. We have jobs because our teachers, our instructional staff, our bus drivers, our child nutrition employees, we have jobs because they have jobs. So it's our mission to make sure we're doing everything we can to remove barriers, supply resources, help them be successful. So May 4 through 8, we just look forward to appreciating and celebrating all of our staff. They make it happen every day. We're completing testing season, so I did want to say thank you to, again, Mr. Sanker for his leadership in that area, but also our principals, our administrative team, our teachers for successfully completing a testing month. It takes the entire month of April to complete it. We should be rolling into makeup testing soon. Even if you're not testing on a given day, the schedule is disrupted, it changes things. So it's a significant accomplishment to complete that. And so we appreciate everyone that had a hand in it. Graduation, May 12th, best night of the year, can't wait. That's probably a hint. I'll begin to wrap up here. Did want to also recognize Grace Hills Community Church for the probably at least 30 people, I'd say, showed up Friday night and helped construct the ribbons. It was fantastic. It was really job well done. 328 ribbons. We have that many graduates to celebrate. So looking forward to seeing those ribbons waving in the wind, in the breeze on May 4th through 8th, and really May 4th through it's the next week. They're up a week after graduation as well, so that would be through the 19th, I believe. Partner appreciation, and Ms. Bryant, you touched on Touch a Truck. That's combined this year with the partner appreciation luncheon, and this year it'll be a cookout. So we'll have cookout meal and share that together. Just a chance to thank not only our business partners, but other community partners for partnering with us to help make this a great place for our students to learn and grow, and our staff to work and grow as well. Finally, just building on the Hadestown theme that Ms. Miller brought up, just some specifics. If you had a chance to see it, it was fantastic. There was a special guest there opening night that was an evaluator, an adjudicator that was invited. They were a member of CAST, that's the Commonwealth Artists and Student Theater Group. They have announced their nominations for the inaugural year of the Queen City Theater Awards. So I'm excited to share just specifically that we had 3 nominations. There were many schools in our area that had none, and we had 3, which was impressive. So the 25-26 Winton Woods High School production of Hadestown had been nominated for the following awards: Best Orchestra, Best Pit Orchestra, I should say, Best Lighting Design, and that was specifically Teddy and Keena Stricker, and then finally, the prestigious Best Ensemble nomination. Wow. So congratulations to our staff, our students for the theater production, and it was just amazing. So hats off to them. That concludes my comments.
Thank you. Thank you all, board and Superintendent Denny, Mr. Seymour. I appreciate it. I'm not going to add anything. My colleagues have definitely captured all of it. I will just say thank you. I know my fellow board members feel the same, and just wanting to say thank you for allowing us to do this work for yet another school year. It's honestly a honor and privilege to be able to work on behalf of our families and students in this district. We all love this district. It is definitely a thankless job, but we get to do the work. And so thank you for allowing us to do that. And thank you for just the countless hours and blood, sweat, and tears that goes into making our district a great district. And that's to all of our administrators, teachers, staff, I mean, just everybody that if you spend a moment sewing into our kids, we appreciate you for doing that this year. So thank you as we end the year, finish strong. Like Superintendent Denny said, we are excited about graduation and look forward to that. and look forward to participating in all the end of the school year activities, not just graduation, but even for our little ones. So yeah, you might see one of us pop up to see those pies go in the face on Thursday. You never know, you know. If the schedule allows it, I might swing through for a minute, you know. But it's all fun for us, and we love seeing that the things happen from the little babies all the way up. So they're all our babies to us. So we just appreciate having the honor of being able to do this work. So thank you for that. We will, 14.01, board, I do not see a reason to go into executive session. So with that, 15.01, we will adjourn. Good evening.